Welcome back to Spate Radio. This is part one of a 5-part series about how hip-hop began in the streets and turned into a billion-dollar industry. Part 1, Origins. From the streets to the boardroom. Hip-hop is more than just a genre of music. It's a cultural movement that grew from the streets of the Bronx in the 1970s into a multi-billion-dollar industry influencing fashion, technology, and global culture. This journey from block parties to boardrooms showcases the resilience, creativity, and entrepreneurial spirit that define hip-hop. Hip-hop was born out of necessity. In the late 1970s, the Bronx was ravaged by economic decline, urban decay, and gang violence. Amid the chaos, a new form of expression emerged at community block parties. DJ Kool Herc, often credited as the father of hip-hop, introduced the art of breakbeats, where he extended the instrumental breaks of funk records to keep dancers energized. This laid the foundation for the 4 pillars of hip-hop: DJing, MCing, breakdancing, and graffiti art. These elements were not just art forms, but tools for reclaiming identity and building community in an environment that offered little opportunity. Early business ventures. As the movement grew, so did its potential for monetization. The first wave of hip-hop entrepreneurs emerged from the same streets that birthed the culture. Artists and DJs started selling mixtapes, organizing parties, and collaborating with local businesses. These grassroots efforts created an underground economy, setting the stage for hip-hop's eventual commercial success. One of the first major business milestones was the formation of Def Jam Recordings in 1984 by Russell Simmons and Rick Rubin. Def Jam revolutionized hip-hop by professionalizing its business operations and expanding its reach. Artists like LL Cool J, Public Enemy, and the Beastie Boys brought hip-hop to new audiences, proving that the genre was not just a fad, but a cultural phenomenon. Breaking into the mainstream. The 1980s and 1990s marked hip-hop's ascent into mainstream culture. Run DMC's collaboration with Adidas was a game changer. When the group released the hit single My Adidas in 1986, it caught the attention of the sneaker giant, resulting in one of the first major endorsement deals between a hip-hop act and a global brand. This partnership signaled a new era. Hip-hop artists were no longer just performers. They were influential cultural ambassadors. Corporate America began to recognize the buying power of hip-hop's audience, paving the way for future collaborations between artists and major brands. Cultural influence as currency beyond music, hip-hop started to shape fashion, language, and lifestyle on a global scale. Baggy jeans, oversized chains, and streetwear brands became symbols of the culture, eventually influencing luxury designers and mainstream retail. As hip-hop gained cultural currency, its leaders realized they could leverage their influence beyond record sales. This realization planted the seeds for the rise of moguls like Jay-Z, Diddy, and Dr. Dre, who would later turn their platforms into business empires. From hustlers to entrepreneurs, what sets hip-hop apart is its entrepreneurial DNA. Born from a culture of hustling and making something out of nothing, its pioneers carried that same energy into the business world. Artists like Ice Cube and Master P transitioned from creating music to owning labels, producing films, and launching clothing lines. The transition from the streets to the boardroom wasn't just a story of financial success, it was a redefinition of power. Hip-hop's entrepreneurs showed that they could control their narratives, own their creations, and build generational wealth. Key takeaways for aspiring entrepreneurs. Creativity as capital. Hip-hop entrepreneurs turned creative expression into business opportunities. Think about how your talents can be monetized in unexpected ways. Start small, think big. Early pioneers didn't begin with major deals. They started with mixtapes and community events. Every small action can lead to larger opportunities. Cultural authenticity. Stay true to your roots. Hip-hop's rise proves that authenticity resonates more than chasing trends. Diversify. Don't limit yourself to one avenue. Hip-hop artists have shown that expanding into fashion, technology, and media can amplify your success. The story of hip-hop's origins is a testament to the power of vision, community, and grit. From the humble beginnings in the Bronx to the boardrooms of global corporations, hip-hop's journey is a blueprint for turning creativity into commerce. In the next installment, we'll explore how branding and marketing turned hip-hop into one of the most influential cultural forces of the modern era.